My name is Hannah Durkee, and this is my wonderful family. And I am graduating La Quinta High School, class of 2018. And I will be going to Cal Baptist University in the fall, and I'll be majoring in political science. And I have the wonderful opportunity of being Cal Baptist's swim dive team manager. And so I'm so excited for that new stage of my life, from going to a swimmer to a manager. Some of my favorite memories in high school has really been with the different activities and things I've been involved with, and that really totally transformed my high school career, because if I sat back and just took classes and went to school and left, it wouldn't have been fun. So I got to be involved in Fellowship of Christian Athletes, volleyball, water polo, swim, ASB even, environmental club. Like, it's just all been so great to be a part of, and every single different group that I was a part of, I got to meet more people, more friends, and it was really the people that made it. At Shadow Rock Student Ministries, I've loved just every single person in there. They're so welcoming. They really care about people, and we care about each other. And some of my closest friends are from that youth group, and I wouldn't have the same spiritual bond that I have with people if it wasn't for that youth group. And the leadership skills that my mom, Pastor Craig, have instilled in me, it's just taken me to a higher level where I feel prepared to go into college and prepared to answer tough questions about my faith that I wouldn't be prepared for if it wasn't for SRC. I'm sorry. I appreciate my family a lot. I hate how I do this every time. My family means the most to me, and it's going to be hard, but I'll be able to do it. Don't put that in there. I don't know. I love my family to death. They've been my rock and my support. There hasn't been a moment in my life where my family hasn't been there for me. And I know that's going to be true in the future too.
Okay, so there are so many funny and meaningful memories that I could talk about my sister. She's really my best friend in the whole world. Stop. And I'm just so blessed that I get to watch this one grow up. And being 5 years older, it's been so cool because I can remember a lot about each stage of her life and how she was a nightmare younger child. Just a nightmare, and it traumatized me. But as she's grown, she's just such a joy to everyone she meets, and she's grown into such a leader. I remember once I came home from college and we went out to Red Robin, and I was waiting for a table, and Hannah walked up and said, "2 for dinner, please." And I was like, she grew up. It was stunning. So it's just been so cool to see Hannah grow up. We have so many fun times. We have a lot of fun getting pizza together and watching movies for our sister nights. There's just so many things I could talk about, but Hannah's a light and a joy, and I couldn't be more blessed to call her my sister.
I think, so funny thing about Hannah is that she has the worst case of FOMO that I have ever in my life seen.
It's really bad.
And, which means fear of missing out. And so Hannah cannot stand to miss one fun thing. She wants to be a part of it all. And if she feels like she's gonna have to miss something, it makes her so sad. And I think the fun part of that is that Hannah loves life and she embraces it fully. And on the serious note of that is what I've watched is every opportunity that God has given you, You've never shrunk from it. You've never let your fears define you. You've leaned in, and because of that, God's been able to use you mightily, and that's not going to stop now. That's going to continue. The more you prepare to do His will, the more He's going to be able to use you. And I respect you, I admire you, and you are one of my very closest friends.
Let's see, a meaningful memory that I have with Hannah was actually quite recently. We took a trip to Washington, D.C. together, just the two of us, and Hannah skipped school, but because we shook hands with Raul Reese, I guess she got a pass on that, and so that worked out well. But she was just such a great traveler and companion, and we had the best time together. She just rolled with the punches, and no matter what we were doing, we were just having the best time with it. So there was no fear of missing out on that one because we did it all, and it was just such a great trip. But Hannah is just such a unique individual, and she's a goofy kid. She has always been this goofy kid, and yet at the same time, she has this side of her where she's just putting her life out there to serve God as fully as possible. And she has put her life out there in high school and gotten the most out of it. I look back at my high school years where I did nothing, and then I look at Hannah's resume, and I'm just so impressed how many things she's tried and done and just gotten the fullest out of it. And I'm just very, very honored to be her dad, and very honored just to see the way she's grown up and how she is as a leader and as a person and as a daughter. And we just love her with all our heart. Good kid.
Some advice that I'd give to teenagers entering high school would be some advice that older kids have told me when I entered high school, which is just say yes to everything. And there's some exceptions to that, obviously, but say yes to anything that's going to be good for your life. And so that's
amending the advice.
Yeah, exactly. I learned. No, okay, let me start that over. Don't say yes to everything. So some advice that I'd give to some incoming freshmen into high school would be just make the most of your 4 years. Yes, it goes by really fast, but you have a day where there's 6 periods a day, extracurricular activities after school, and in every single one of those events, you're surrounded by at least 6 people around you in a classroom or a team of people. And I want you to take every opportunity you can to make an impact on someone else's life and not turn high school into a point of view where you're like, what can high school do for me? But instead, what can I do to make this school better and people's lives better?